Right now I'm actually preparing my carbs for the next few days. All I'm doing is I'm having potatoes, so I'm boiling about 5 or 6 for 20 minutes, and then when they get soft, I'm gonna chop them up into little pieces and put it in some Tupperware, and that way I have it in the fridge. It's already cooked. It's so hard for me to cook every single time I have to eat, so this just kind of makes it easier. Making a large amount and having it in the fridge. I also do this with rice. This really works well with rice because you just make a lot and then just keep it in the fridge. Basically all this does is just it sets yourself up for success. You're preparing, you're making sure that you're prepared, and you get it done, and that way you have it. Last week was really hard mentally and on me because I didn't lose any weight. I only lost, I think, I don't know, a half a pound or a pound, and it was tough. So how I was able to get out of that mentally, all the bad things that were going through my head, me not wanting to continue to do it, is I would visualize. And what I mean by that is like I would basically daydream, but I would be really specific with it, and I would visualize, how I'm going to look at the end of this diet, not how I felt at the moment. I would put myself in that shoe of being, at the beach without my shirt on or in my suit, because my suit's not going to fit unless I get in shape. And it's a good feeling for me. It's something that I like. But I would visualize that. I would visualize that whenever I felt down, and it actually made me feel a lot better.
How much did you lose last week?
Well, I lost, I think, a pound and a half. So I'm down 3.5 pounds total. But, this week compared to last week, I am more mentally like in my own corner because of all the visualizing I did last week. Because I was down last week. Last week I was down, but I kind of pumped myself up and I beat down all the negative self-talk and I turned it into positive. So when I stepped on the scale this morning and I seen that I was only down a pound and a half, it really wasn't that big of a blow. I wasn't as down as I was last week. Also, for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, I can feel a difference in my body. Like my face feels thinner. I'm noticing more definition in my muscles, my upper body, my chest, and as well as like right here. Because I remember before, whenever I would lean in like this, I would feel like a roll right here, and now it's gone. So, on top of me visualizing last week and putting myself in a better mental state, I can also feel a difference. Even though the scale only says pound and a half, I feel 10 times better. Just right now, I'm in the beginning stage, it's day 21, and I know that I have a long road ahead of me. I still have, a lot more weeks to put in, a lot more meals, a lot more vegetables to eat, and I'm mentally preparing myself for that. Like, if you think about it as a whole, it can kind of be overwhelming, but if you break it down into little battles, like between each meal, so like basically, I'm just battling myself from each meal to each meal, and then before I know it, a week has gone by, and that's how I grind through it. And it's not easy, but that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to continuing the workouts and feeling better. So we'll see. My feeling compared to last week is a lot more optimistic, and I'm ready for it.